Hey guys, Connor again, and I'm back with another EU DXY analysis. It's around 8 a.m. in London, so market is open, of course, as the theme of these last few videos. So let's start here on the daily, and I have my narrative already drawn up, but it's slightly changed over the last few moments, and I'm going to show you how I avoided a loss this morning also, so it's going to be a bit different today. So how I avoided this loss using the DXY and my analysis. So here on a daily, we had a sort of indecisive like doji yesterday, right? So previous day doji showing some deceleration from the high slash the POI that we entered into, right? So yesterday it went both ways and pretty much closed in the middle. Go down to the 4 hour. So the 4 hours now pulled back into discount, filling most of this fair value gap or imbalance, but not all of it, right? So though it made this higher high with the wick, it's pulled back into the imbalance and it seems to be continuing to pull down. There's potential for more because there's still a gap here in the imbalance and fair value gap. So down to the hourly. So on the hourly it gets interesting, right? So of course we have an hourly bullish leg and we are now pulling back. We've pulled back into the discount, and at the moment it's pulling back with lower highs, lower high created here potentially at this time, but it's still corrective. We're still creating buy side liquidity by doing this, right? So overall to me we still have bullish structure to aim for, but at the moment for today it looked like a bearish, it looked like we was going to be bearish for the day, and we still do currently because this high is still intact. So I've labeled this as a weak internal low, and we have our 1 hour POI down here, we have our 1 hour order block here, right, to buy from at the extreme of the discount. So we could target all of this buy side liquidity. Obviously we also have potential to come for this sell side liquidity, but what I'm looking at is the way that price is pulling back is corrective, creating buy side liquidity highs. So overall I think structure is still bullish, but I have a bit of a bearish narrative just for now. So I have a bearish narrative just for now on the, on the session or over the day until, the structure changes again, going back to bullish. So we have a weak internal low because this low failed to break this high, right? So it only pulled back to here and continued down. So at the moment this is still a weak low. We have our 1 hour POI here, deep in the discount. We have our previous daily low here also, and we've left relative equal lows here, but I'll show you that on the 15-minute. So I'll show you what my note says, right? So price looks to be in a bearish pullback. It currently has a weak 1 hour low, though until swing structure is broken we are overall bullish as the 1 hour seems to be correctively moving down. So we have, let's go to the 15-minute. So this was the trade I just avoided just now. We was moving down, continuing this bearish order flow. We had Asia lows as a target, and we created relative equal lows as a target also, right, with this weak internal low. So on the 5-minute, price has been coming up correctively, going down, and then for this trade I was looking at, we had left a bit of inducement, we had come down. However, the reason why I stayed out is we didn't close beyond this wick with the candle. We just wicked through it as if we was collecting sell side liquidity. So that put me off straight away, and then we came up quite aggressively after this. So these two candles here were quite aggressive and stabbed into the order block. On the 15-minute it was the same story. We didn't get any close below this wick here. So this was obviously after the trade had entered, but this wick here, all of these had stabbed down and given us low tests. So it wasn't safe for me to go into the trade, and I avoided that loss. But if we look at DXY, we go up to the 1 hour. DXY was also quite obvious. DXY has been the same, right? It's pulling back correctively, you know, high, low, high, 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 low, high, 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 low. But resting above this high, so this high was like inducement, there was this 1 hour order block, which was on its bearish leg, right? So this is the order block deep in the premium that you could see price potentially continue down from. So this here would be a strong sell order block, because at the moment that is the bearish leg. So pulling back to this is a point to sell from. Plus, it was also going to have swept this high, which is what I've got here with the X. So price came up, had swept this, then straight away on EU, we got this massive bullish candle here, and I would have been out of the trade. So without using DXY and these candle closes, I could have been suckered into this trade and had a loss already this morning. So as you can see, I think price is reacting also to some news, but the news also lines up with the sell side and buy side liquidity of DXY. So it's not a surprise that we had this bullish reaction. Don't really like what price is doing now, pulling up really fast, pulling down really quickly. So potentially, of course, there's longs, but I wouldn't do it right now. I'd let price form again another leg on the 5 and 15 minute, most likely the 15 minute, see where it goes. So I hope this session was quite useful to you. You can see how to use DXY as the confluence for your trades, and you can see what my narrative is for today. So if we go back up to the hourly, this low's held currently, so we could see a bullish reaction from here coming for this buy side liquidity. We're still bullish, of course. If we are to go for more shorts, then I'd want to see this structure break, this internal low here that's failed to break its high up here is obviously a good target. I would only really want to short to this area and maybe this area max, right? If we do make it to this area here, I'll be looking for longs. After this low is taken, I would expect some sort of bullish reaction, but just keep an eye on the price action. So yeah, I hope you learned from that, and I'll be seeing you guys again soon.